Welcome listeners to the first By That Plane deep dive. This is a YouTube series that I'm going to put together that complements the By That Plane podcast that I've been also speaking out on Spotify. You can search for that one on Spotify. And today for our deep dive, we're looking at one of the aircraft that we came across this week on the podcast, a 1967 Beechcraft C-55 Baron. Beechcraft C-55 Baron. So we'll start with the photos. Always a good place to start. It's a pretty nice looking plane. You know that, what do they call, eggshell white with maroon and darker maroon stripes. You've got the interior of maroon and beige, classic for the time of 1967, and nice big baggage door that is on the C-55. So you have to remember with these C-55s, they are 4-seaters, not 6-seaters like the bigger Barons, but that actually makes them smaller, faster, more capable. And to be honest, how many times have you flown with 6 people? I know I've very rarely flown with 6 people. Sometimes I've flown with 7 people or 7 souls on board, but never really 6 full people. And it puts the aft baggage aft CG way out the back with these planes. So still ticking through these photos. Yeah, the seats are old, but you know it is an old plane. But they look like they're in pretty good condition. We've got shoulder harnesses, which, as we know and as Tom Turner sings about, very, very important. And it's a nice night shot, isn't it? They and a bit of a look at the panel. There's a bit of upgrades that have happened. They removed the artificial horizon and the DG and replaced it with an Aspen system, which I've had before in a Bonanza. It is a pretty good system. It's not like as integrated as the Garmin or as intuitive as the Garmin, but it still works quite well, and it comes at a very good price point. There's also a small... they've got the updated circular gauges for the engines, and then also looks like there's a big GTN 750 on the right. Then the interior look pretty clean. They've switched this bar. That T-bar normally comes in a V down position. That's now a V up position, which is good for us taller pilots. It's got the storm window, and the windlace and everything around the door looks pretty acceptable. This can all be bit chewed up with constant use, but I haven't actually gone further down and figure out what the hours are. But generally, a pretty nice looking plane. Now, I've managed, if you can pull up this one, you can see that the rego is VH-Lima Papa, which they didn't list in here, but we'll do some further digging on Lima Papa once we're done with this. Sold by our friend Bob Douglas over at Douglas Aircraft Sales. We've got just under 3,000 total time. 3,000 total time for 1967. So let's just check that out. 2026, take away 1967 equals 59. We've got 2958 divided by 59 equals how much? It equals 50 hours a year. Is that right? Yeah. 50 hours a year. So not used very, very frequently. What have they said? Total time, just under 3,000. Garmin 340A, Aspen Pro 1000, that's it. GTN 750, GPS, COM, NAV and ILS, just general GTN 750. GU 275 EFI. No, it's not something I've come across, but it sounds like a Garmin system. Let's see what GU E55 is. GTX 345 for the transponder. An S-Tech 55 autopilot. That's weird. They didn't go for the full Garmin suite of the Garmin autopilot as well. That would be nice. But anyway, S-Tech is definitely a bit cheaper. And engine times to run, that's what ETR means, 1,215 on the left and 294 on the right. So the 294 has been replaced, or the one on the left has been replaced more recently than the one on the right. Yes, I was right. The Garmin GI 275 EFI is a Garmin electronic flight instrument for. It's for. Interesting. So it's normally a HSI, an airspeed indicator, and all that stuff. Let's get back to the photo. So it's these ones down here. No, it's this one here. That's the EFI there. And that's just using their moving map. That's a weird setup. And what is normally there is the VSI. So, yeah, that's odd. I wouldn't have taken that out. And it says, this is Atlas, ChatGPT Atlas is, likely configured as primary attitude. No, that's wrong because that's the Aspen Pro 1000. That's the attitude. So they've just got a moving map there, but they've got the GTN as moving map. That's a weird decision to put that in there. Anyway, each their own. Moving on. As we all know, avionics are not factored into the price of the plane. So, yeah, back to the engine times. If you want a bit charter, you've got 1400 since overhaul, 1700 TBO for charter, 485 since overhaul, 1700 TBO on the right engine for charter as well, 300 hours and just over 1200 hours for the engines. Now into the avionics again, even though they've relisted this all. Nothing. That's got a King KX165 Nabcom. GU. Okay, what's the Garmin GU? That's not something I've heard of either. Let's get a bit of GTS transponder. So that's the Garmin transponder. It's got the G4. Yes, G4 avionics. It's most certainly a typo. Okay, so it's the GF275. That's fine. So the G4 graphics engine monitor inside avionics. It's a fine piece of kit. It's too small, and to pick up CHTs and EHT on that little small gauge, which is this one here. It's just, I'll get you a better photo. Just this one here. It's too small and it's useless. Or maybe it's this one here. Anyway, they've got so many bloody round gauges in all of them. They'll need extra ones as well. Maybe they've just tried to replace all of the. Well, no, they've left all. Anyway, it's a bit of a weird hodgepodge of avionics. Somebody obviously wanted to update the avionics, but spend no money on it at all. And S-Tech, a couple all apart, and yeah, fuel gauges, etc. Room and nose locker, yep. So that nose locker is also for the Bonanzas, but the Bonanzas have an engine in it. So if you can fit an engine in there, you can fit your bags in there. Large rear baggage door and cargo net. Aircraft hangar, that looks pretty acceptable. Exterior paint and rain in good condition. Yeah, that's understandable. Looking at that, it looks definitely in good condition. So generally, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see what ChatGPT has to say about Fox VH Lima Papa. Tell me about it. So, this is just taking it from the thing. Why can I not do this retro? Lima Papa. Serial number TE337, so pretty early one. First registered in Australia. No, that doesn't sound right. All right, let's see if we can find some better photos. Let's see what we've got here. Let's do a bit of a look-see. Yep, looks the same. Yep, looks the same. What's this? Baron training is back at our Archerfield base. Instructor Bryce was spotted taking great care of. So this is a Facebook post. Brand new ride, C55 Baron Lima Papa. Modern avionics, classic was still with the classic instrument layout. Okay, so they wanted to keep they wanted to have modern avionics, but keep the classic instrument layout, which is an interesting approach. Making both your instrument rating and multi-engine at the Brisbane contextual and industry relevant. Give Bryce a call, and that was 2025, so last year, and they've already decided to sell it. So maybe he just picked it up and then was like, no, this is This is not actually working for me. That's a cool photo. But that's about it. So yeah, what else can we find on this one? Not on the Motherlord. Let's see if there's anything else on the list. Flight tracking, let's see how recent it's been up and around. Oh, recently. No, September. So it landed 5 months ago, so not recently. Okay. What did it get to? 206 miles per hour. That's fine. Interesting. And does Jet Photos have any photos for me? Nope. And Air History have any photos for me? Yeah. Looks good. Nice looking plane. Instagram. Let's see what Instagram's doing for me. Oh, that's a really good shot. C-55 Baron Lima Papa preparing to depart Archerfield. Well done, plane snapper. Nailed it. And that was 18 weeks ago. So definitely still working. Definitely still around. And nothing really else. That looks like a good photo of the undercarriage. Or maybe it's not the same aircraft. Nope, it's not the same aircraft. And yeah, that's about it. Now we need to do the Beechcraft T337. T337 Beechcraft. Let's see what we get. It's been operated in the upper Midwest for a significant portion of his life. That's pretty cool. And now it's in Australia. And it's also been November 429 Lima Papa. Very, very cool. Oh, let's see if we can see some old photos of it. Oh, yeah. That looks pretty similar. Yep, that works. Yeah, 249 Lima Papa. Oh, yeah, okay. So they've changed out all these gauges to all the fuel gauges. They've changed out this random clock that looks like it was in-op. They've changed out a couple of things and the fuel flow, but really these planes are pretty solid. And they've changed out the instrument stack for a GTN 750. So it's been well equipped with a lot of avionics. They're the same seats as they were. I don't know when this listing was, but a long time ago. Yep, that looks exactly like the exact same seats. So that's very cool to see. A bit of flight radar stuff. No, but they do have photos of it, so it's definitely been in the States recently, which is good. So let's go back to it. T337. Yep. Okay, so nothing else grabbing out there. And then final check on this video is previously November 429 Lima Papa. Let's check that one. 429 Lima Papa. And somebody took the delivery of their first Baron from Beach Talk. We found it. Or is this actually the bloke? That'd be pretty funny. And he sold it. Come on, Beach Talk, load up for me. We'll get that loaded, but that's fine. Probably have to log in. Yeah. So it has been loved. There's a bit of Beach Talk action on it. There's a bit of people talking on it as well. Nice looking plane. Been used a bit. Privacy error. Okay, fine. Let's go the other route then. Let's see if we can find anything. Yep, my first Baron. Here we go. After a lot of searching and trials, I finally took delivery of my first Baron this week. November 429 Lima Papa, a 1967 C55. Yep, 1967 C55. Thanks to Bob Stevens, who had the patience through it all when I didn't. Great to have this experience. And words of wisdom. Thanks to Kent Falcombs, who did the pre-buy inspection. He was my eyes when I couldn't make it up to Northern Iowa. Flew to Arizona for a checkout. It's just a lot of... He previously had an S35. That's a good plane. A lot of talking. And then, congratulations, sweet ride. Congratulations, etc. But nothing about, I think I might send it to Australia. And that was, this was 2015. So we got 11 years ago, somebody bought it. Lucky bugger. So, yeah, interesting. I'm going to quick scroll. But I reckon that's probably the end of it and the end of this episode. Thank you so much for listening. That is VH Lima Papa. Enjoy the rest of your day.